Back with you here on Superior Sunrise. Glad you guys are joining us again here this morning. We're just a few minutes away from sale time as it's about to get underway here in Hudson Oaks, Texas, the home of Superior. And joining me now here in the studio, of course, longtime rep for Superior, Clint Berry, joins us. Clint, good morning to you. Clint, one thing I want to start with you is you're one of those guys that you're not embarrassed about the team that is behind you to help you. Always some young reps coming up that you're trying to help get into this industry, and it helps you tremendously throughout the season.
Right. I'm blessed with a great team, and we work like family. My guys have been with me a long time and do a great job, stand alone on their own. And, sometimes it feels like we're out on an island. Everybody's running in different directions, especially as we get into the fall season. A lot of times we're shipping in 2 or 3 locations on any given day. But it's nice when we can get together and pull our minds together. And we work a lot of time behind the scenes together, selling sets of cattle and just bouncing ideas off and handling customers. But blessed with a great group of men. I mean, they're even better people than they are reps, and they're pretty good reps. So.
That's what it's all about, really, isn't it, Clint? Because
Yes,
you couldn't do it all by yourself.
Oh, gosh,
I mean,
no.
you've got a lot of customers, but you want to make sure that everybody is taken care of to the utmost importance, and that's what it's about.
Yes, sir. That's right. We shipped out of 17 states last year, and nobody can cover that much ground without help.
Yeah, that is for sure. One thing I wanted to bring up with you, Clint, is talking about kind of the future, like as we lead into this fall. I've already mentioned with Ted Odell just moments ago about the guys that are shipping and receiving, busy with that right now. But then thinking about the future and what looks like to the beginning of the season for next year.
Oh yeah, it's a great time. Luckily we're a record-setting year selling cattle, so everybody's happy on ship day. It doesn't matter if they're buyers, sellers, everybody in between's happy. But now's a great time as we enter this fall to be thinking about next year. And I know that seems like it's a ways off, but even from tax planning all the way down to, preg checking. And if you're interested in using DNA or enrolling in third-party programming, now's a great time to start that process to learn a little more and get prepared for next year. Get ahead of the ball, and I would sure encourage that as you go into the fall.
Absolutely. That brings up a great point. Clint, what do you got in store for us today? A lot of great cattle lined up today.
Yeah, I've got a nice set. We start out with some cattle up at Muleshoe that originate out of Del Rio, but they got sent up there for drought. For the LLB ranch, I've got steers and heifers selling today, feeder steers and heifers, and then we slip back down to Moran, which is out near Abilene. I got a great set of powerful crossbred cattle that we're selling today for haul-in landing cattle. And then we're going to end up in North Dakota today with a set that's a little hard to find, but 450 weight wean steers coming right there at the end of the year, right before Christmas. So a chance to get some 450s coming out of the North Country, Angus-based cows. Be a really nice set later.
When you said earlier that you're literally all over the country, I mean, you really are. That's the
Yes,
truth.
sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah, heck yeah, that's what it's all about. What's kind of some of the last minute preparations as a rep on sale day that you go through just last minute, maybe before the sale this morning, or even during the sale? Maybe you're not first up, but what's some of those preparations look like for you?
The week of the sale is final contacts with buyers, following up any information they need there, and then it's prepping your sellers a little bit about sale day, making sure that you can be on the phone with them if they need to, or if you have a game plan, they're going to be tied up and busy. A lot of times it's organizing other reps to help, like if we've got buyers on cattle. And then like last thing I did before I walked in here, I sent a link to the SLA TV, the broadcast for today's sales, so my sellers can follow along.
Oh, man, there is a lot of T's to cross and a lot of I's to dot, that's for sure. Clint, thanks for joining me this morning, and I'm glad you brought up thinking about the future. If there's anybody out there that thinking about anything that Clint just mentioned, you might look him up for a Superior rep. He definitely could help you with all that. Clint, thank you and good luck to you today.
You're welcome. Thank you, sir.
Absolutely. Clint Berry joining me here on the show this morning. We've got some more info coming your way right after the break. Maybe some tax deductions. Everybody's always familiar with that. We'll get into that when we return here on Superior Sunrise.